The Holy Bible is the best-selling book of all time, and it has had a great influence in shaping Western culture, its literature, science, and worldview. Yet, Bible literacy in schools is at an all-time low, but a new campaign aims to correct that. Hello and welcome to A Spirited Debate. I'm Lauren Green. A recent survey showed that nearly 100% of English teachers said students are disadvantaged in reading English literature if they don't know the Bible. Now, a special global campaign has just been launched to teach the Bible academically in every English-speaking school, and it's called Teach the Bible Academically. And Chuck Stetson is the brain behind the project, and he joins me now. Welcome.
Thank you.
What does the project actually do? I mean, besides, teaching the Bible, but I guess, in a sense, teaching the Bible.
Well, for the beginning of the 17th century on, for nearly 350 years, we had the Bible taught academically and devotionally. In 1963, the U.S. Supreme Court said, stop the devotional. But what happened is that the public schools threw the baby out with the bathwater. We're just trying to bring the baby back because you need to teach the Bible academically, because if you don't know the Bible, you can't fully understand the English language, English literature, history, art, music, or culture. But outside of that, you're fine.
Why is the Bible so important in understanding the English literature? Give me some examples.
Well, I'll give you a very simple one. I'll give you two simple ones. There are over 1,200 documented references to the Bible in the 36 plays of Shakespeare. If you don't know the Bible, you really don't know Shakespeare. I'll give you one other one. I'll give you Moby Dick. First sentence, Moby Dick is, call me Ishmael. Well, who's Ishmael? Oh, yeah, the Norton Anthology gives a footnote. He's a wanderer. Do you really think that that's exactly the image that Herman Melville was calling up for you to know?
No, and Ishmael is the son, go ahead, son of Abraham.
Son of Abraham, but he was the first son, and he was the son that was
born
not
to Hagar.
That went over with Hagar. So.
Okay, so the Bible literacy is really important in understanding English literature, but what other things, and how do you teach it so that it's not devotional?
What we did is we followed the Bible in Public Schools First Amendment Guide. We co-published that with the First Amendment Center. We had the National School Board sign on. We had the American Federation of Teachers sign on. We had the National Education Association sign on. And we had various Christian and Jewish groups all sign on. Everyone's in agreement. If you teach it academically, what you're teaching is the narratives, which the kids don't know, and you're teaching the characters. And you're teaching actually good values. For example, in the 7th and 8th century BC, in Greece, they were teaching the Iliad. What's the first sentence of the Iliad? Sing, goddess, sing of the rage of Peleus' son, Achilles. Oh yeah, great. Rage and revenge, that's good. In the Bible, you find, what are some of the values taught there? Compassion, kindness, meekness, forbearance, forgiveness, and love. Okay, which do you want to teach children? Do you want to teach rage and revenge, or do you want to teach compassion? By the way, compassion did not enter the Greek language until the 1st century AD, when it shows up 12 times in the New Testament.
Okay, so you've got a separation of church issue here. I know you've got 640 high schools in 44 states. I mean, isn't there a separation of church and state issue, even if it's taught academically?
No, not at all, because we follow the Bible and Public Schools First Amendment Guide. That's what everyone agreed to. It's based on what the U.S. Supreme Court has said, and the 1963 decision, when they threw out the devotional use, they said, but you can teach it academically within the First Amendment. We stick within the standards. We do not budge from that.
Now, some would claim, and this has been some of the criticism, that when you teach a holy book like the Bible as literature, purely academic, it loses its impact as a fundamental sort of spiritual guide. Now, Christians believe the Bible is the Word of God, and it's not just an academic tome.
Yeah, well, we don't object to that, but we cannot go there within the schools. But, I don't care if you're in the schools or in the church, you still have to know the Bible. And so even in the church, they just don't know the Bible either, because we did a survey in 2004 of kids 11 to 17, and they just know nothing. They know a little bit about Adam and Eve. You get to the Sermon on the Mount, they have no idea. 25% of the kids think Moses is an apostle. Good luck.
And the Good Samaritan is who?
They have no idea. And so what we really need to do is just give a baseline for everyone. And I don't care what your faith is. In fact, the professors at 39 professors at 34 universities said all agreed, except for one of the 38 of 39 professors agreed, that a person, regardless of their faith, an educated person, regardless of faith, knows the Bible.
All right. Well, the project is called Teach the Bible Academically, and if you want to know more about the initiative, go to teachthebibleinschools.org. And Chuck Stetson, thank you so much for being on A Spirited Debate. And I'm Lauren Green. Thanks for watching.